Filled with mats, trampolines, and bars, Big Fun truly is a place for all types of kids to let loose and have fun. For someone who has never taught high school students, the process can be intimidating. If gas prices continue to go up, you may see more drivers in Lexus hybrids like this one here. That money will go to creating more classes and other things for teens to do after school rather than getting involved in gangs. The material used in tissue is made of a polyester blend, and professional artists say it is strong enough to hold up any body type.
We're going to holler, and they're going to do that, and then sooner or later, they'll be back over there.
Los Angeles community members are fed up. Fed up with losing their children, their loved ones, and community members. In the past month, several people, including children, have lost their lives to gang violence. 13-year-old Anthony Escobar from Echo Park, 17-year-old Jamel Shaw Jr., and most recently, Cal State Northridge student Clifton Hibbert Jr., who was weeks away from graduating. In classrooms like this one here, community members meet to discuss the gang problems their cities are dealing with and what can be done to solve those issues. The people in these meetings include concerned parents, teens, and former gang members who have all lost loved ones to gang violence. Gerald Cavett lost 2 sons in 1 year. Vicki Lindsay's son was killed 12 days before the birth of his child by people he knew.
My son was murdered November 9th, 1995, inside of the car by the guys he was riding with. They weren't strangers. They shot him and let him bleed to death.
Skip Townsend was involved in gang violence for 27 years. He is now a gang intervention specialist. Ceasefire is just one of the organizations he works with to stop the widespread violence in Los Angeles.
There are no boundaries that would deter us from saving lives. We meet every Wednesday at 6:30 here at Bethlehem Church.
Teen Monique Smith says outreach is needed.
If they have somebody there to help them and intervene, I think a lot of this stuff will stop.
The people at these meetings are committed to ending the violence.
The work that I do now is the seeds that I'm planting so my son can walk the streets safely.
Residents say ending the violence is a community effort.
Gangs are part of the community. They're not insurgents. They don't come from outer space. They live in the community. Their parents live in the community. They are part of the community. So it's going to take a community effort to get involved with the gangs to stop the violence.
For those involved in gangs, Skip has this message.
What the people and the individuals were fighting for back in the late 60s and early 70s, that war is over. And now it's just constant shooting for no apparent reason. So I would like to help educate the gang members who are still involved and still going off of war issues that date back over 30 years.
In Inglewood, I'm Keisha Courtney for Valley View News. Nissan has one, Toyota has several, and recently Lexus made one too. When it comes to new car sales, hybrids lead the way. Overall, car sales are declining, but hybrid sales are up.
Gas prices go up, the demand for Priuses goes up, and also the prices go up in a sense.
People have different reasons for buying the car, but rising gas prices seems to be number one. In California, gas prices have reached nearly $4 a gallon, and there seems to be no end in sight. Economists say gasoline could reach as high as $7 per gallon in the next 4 years. How much do you pay a week on gas?
Over 200 probably.
It's frustrating. I'm broke and I can barely afford to put gas in my car, and I have to get a second job to pay for gas. It's ridiculous.
If gas prices continue to go up, you may see more drivers in Lexus hybrids like this one here. Several companies are coming out with hybrid models. So why aren't other car makers following the trend?
It comes down to just technologies. If companies could build this, they would.
In Van Nuys, I'm Keisha Courtney for Valley View News. Gymnastics builds endurance, strength, and flexibility. But what if this popular sport could be used as a form of therapy for special needs children? Well, in Chatsworth, it does just that.
We are taking occupational therapy students that come to Big Fun to train for therapy in pediatrics from all over the United States.
The kids who participate in the program love it. Geraldo Ramirez says he has seen a dramatic change in his child's attitude since starting the program.
His self-esteem has gone through the roof. As you can tell, he's very excited. He also has a way of releasing all that energy. He was doing a lot of things at school, cartwheels and things like that, because he didn't really have an outlet. And so this has provided a vehicle for him to learn how to use his body.
The goal of Big Fun is for children to learn these physical skills through play.
The gymnastic environment is perfect for our kids because it's matted, it's soft, it's exciting, it's motivating. Trampolines, tumble tracks, fly rigs, everything about it gives a child that would otherwise never have the opportunity to experience this, the opportunity.
Adrian says everything he does in class is fun, and even though it can be tiring at times, he loves to come back.
I feel tired, but I feel it was worth it just to get actually live it all out.
Filled with mats, trampolines, and bars, Big Fun truly is a place for all types of kids to let loose and have fun. In Chatsworth, I'm Keisha Courtney for Valley View News. Flips, dips, twists, and splits. These are just a few of the skills students taking tissue classes at Hollywood Aerial Arts have learned. Tissue is a circus aerial art where an individual hangs and performs acrobatics while suspended nearly 20 to 30 feet in the air.
The material used in tissue is made of a polyester blend, and professional artists say it is strong enough to hold up any body type.
Students who take the classes range from beginner to the more advanced. Their levels differ, and they all have different reasons for being here.
Knowing that my birthday is coming, that this significant birthday is coming up, has been a real motivator for me to, do some different things with my life.
Experts here say tissue is not like ordinary workouts.
During the climbs and a lot of the stuff we do, you're literally working every single muscle, the calves, the quadriceps, the glutes, the lats, everything in your body is working. And it's working in synergy, it's working together to create really a better balanced approach to the body.
This is Jessica Acosta's second class, and she is already feeling the benefits.
I could barely drive the very first time. I couldn't hold the wheel. Feeling really strong, upper body, my abs. Feeling great.
Some tricks performed may look as if the student is about to have an unwanted meeting with the ground. But skills learned in the class prevent that from happening. Instructor Tanya Pierce has performed tissue professionally for 5 years. She says most students will develop the skills, but they must overcome their insecurities.
The hardest thing to get comfortable with while doing fabric is just getting over the fact that you're going to suck when you start, and just being able to completely humiliate yourself and throw yourself at it. Because if you're too worried about looking good or, being pretty when you first start, it's not going to work.
Like others who have taken the class, Tanya says you receive a sense of accomplishment. In Inglewood, I'm Keisha Courtney for Valley View News. The figures are in for the movies that hit it big at the box office. Political figures and neighborhood activists are concerned about his absence. They are saying he's not as visible in the community as he used to be. After campaigning for Clinton in Texas, Villaraigosa cut his trip short and returned home to LA. Overall, it was another slow week for Hollywood. The top 12 movies took in $80.9 million, down 17% from the same weekend last year.